Our next honoree is Rabbi Jacob Jungreis, who is an advocate and spokesperson for this group here, the Word of Bonds Project. He was born in Jungreis, Hungary, and his father was a rabbi of Szeged. He and his family were deported in June of 1944 to the infamous Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. In Bergen-Belsen, he and his family became part of the Katzner Group, which was ransomed by the American Jewish community and sent to Switzerland. He is currently rabbi of the Israel Center of Canarsie, director of the Yeshiva Ataris Day School, and a member of the Museum of Jewish Heritage's Speakers Bureau. Please welcome Rabbi Jacob Jungreis and survivor David Silverman, a Holocaust survivor and author of several books, including Like a Star in the Darkness, will be the presenter to Jacob Jungreis.
Thank you so much. I know the hour is late, and I'll try to be very brief. You know, Rabbi in Brooklyn, we keep the people very long on Shabbat, but it's not fair to do it to this group. I first would like to thank Mr. Bill Tinglin, my new best friend. Bill, you have created a most marvelous, inspiring program this evening. I was really inspired. I enjoyed it. It was inspiring both emotionally and intellectually. And I hope there will be many, many more programs. I have a yeshiva, which means a Jewish parochial school in the Canarsie section of Brooklyn, which is a predominantly black neighborhood. And I must tell you, our neighbors are most kind to us. They make sure that we are extremely comfortable and welcomed with open arms every single morning of the school year. Finally, I will leave you with this thought. Beside the public school system, I speak extensively to churches, church groups, and the Catholic parochial school system. When I speak to non-Jewish religious groups, we also discuss religion. The public schools, you know, there's separation of church and state. We cannot do it. And the most common question I'm always asked in churches and Catholic schools is, after all what you have seen and heard and experienced in Bergen-Belsen, but to me the Holocaust did not start in Bergen-Belsen. I come from a rabbinical family, and people who ran away from their countries in 1940, 41, 42, 43 would come and sleep in our home. You couldn't go to a hotel if you were a Jew. My father was the rabbi of the second largest city in Hungary called Szeged on the Danube River. And we had always 50 people sleeping in our home illegally every single night. And they asked me always, Rabbi, you saw all this. You saw all this slaughter and bloodletting. How did you remain religious? How did you remain loyal to God? And I always answer them. The Holocaust was not the end of the story. The end of the story was when God showed that what he promised in the Bible to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In Hebrew we say Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. That at the end of days, the Jews will return to their homeland. And we returned to our homeland. I saw that with my own eyes. And we returned to stay there forever, and we never, ever leave again. Amen.
It is the Office of the President, Borough Manhattan, City of New York, presents this certificate of recognition to Rabbi Jacob Jungreis in honor of a lifetime of perseverance, service, and hope, and a commitment to transforming the lessons of our past into a guide for building a more equal and just future for generations to come within the borough of Manhattan and beyond. Date October 2009, Scott Stringer, Manhattan Borough President.
Thank you.
Not that. Ruben Gias Jr., President of the Borough of the Bronx, presents this certificate of recognition to Rabbi Jacob Jungreis. In recognition of your dedication to the Word of Bones project, you are being honored for your good work in influencing and empowering our American youth to help ensure that atrocities such as slavery and the Holocaust never happen again. I thank and salute you and wish you continued success in your future in the war. October 18, 2009, Ruben Diaz, Jr.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and take all this. Thank you very much.
By the way, if you are ever in Canarsie at lunchtime, please visit my yeshiva and we'll give you a very good kosher Brooklyn bagel with cream cheese.